Taking those deep breaths. Feeling the beat. Greetings and love and kindness, family. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, the one and only Conscious Self-Healthcare educator and host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation radio show. Every Wednesday from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Community, this is your time to share your wellness stories and how you move from disease care to conscious self-health care. I want to hear your story. We want to hear from you. Join the conversation each Wednesday. Call in and share how you shift out of chronic disease care stress. Right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. This is Dr. K, and I am looking forward to our conversation. So call in and share. Health is consciousness, and healing is a function of consciousness. Come on, family. It's time to rock the world with the new frontier of conscious self-health care, while I share my wellness story with you right here on innerlightradio.com, the healing frequency. Taking those deep breaths. Are you sitting back? Are you relaxing? Taking those deep breaths. Thinking about the power of the lymphatic system. Deep, 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 deep breaths. Stretch it out. Sometimes that noise helps that breath. All right now. You got to be in that deep, 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 deep meditative state. Y'all know what dancing does for the body. Thank you for dancing with me today. Thank you for taking a deep breath with me today. 2, 12, 20, 20. A lot of twos in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. Oh, it's a numeral 9 day to day. Taking that deep, deep breath. And how you feeling, family? How was your week? Oh, Lord, there's so much going on in the world. You just got to sit back and take these deep, 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 deep breaths and not let it get to you unless it's getting to you in a good way, a fantastic way, an energizing way. You know you got to tune into yourself for the most part each and every day. You got to bring yourself back to your true understanding of the natural being that you are. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, host of the Conscious Self-Healthcare Conversation Radio Show. That's right, we're here every Wellness Wednesday, 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanking you all that's tuning in to this radio show today. Thank you, thank you, thank you for coming aboard the Friendship Train. We are definitely on a Harriet Tubman's ride to healthcare freedom, shifting out of chronic disease care, stress, and becoming your own wellness doctor. And I have to ask you to ask yourself, what does it mean to become your own wellness doctor? Have you ever really thought about it? We may take a supplement here. We may read something there. We may do a little bit of this, may listen to a little bit of that. But have you really decided to sit down and become your own wellness doctor? And what does that mean to be your own wellness doctor? And then when you become that and you believe with an all-knowing mind in what you're doing, do you allow someone to come along and shift your energy and change you from that perspective with one little simple line? They might say, you're not a medical doctor. You need to listen to the doctors. The doctors knows best. They've been through school. They know what your body is going through. They understand anatomy. They understand physiology. They understand pathology. They know what's going on with you better than you. I'm here to tell you, don't you believe that. Don't you fall for that. They may have a better understanding of medicine, but nobody has a better understanding of you. No one. Even when we use our tools to read what's going on with your body energetically, you changes that from the moment we took the test until the next moment you are somebody different. But you know what? It holds on to a pattern of how your body is processing energetically and physically. And you can make the adjustments. Why? Because you are your own wellness doctor and you understand that. And you have stepped up out of the dark ages of disease care. You are applying what you know and what you understand from years and years and years of family members and friends leaving planet Earth because of this, because of that. And they'll put a name to it. Oh, they'll put a system to it. They'll put a disease name to it and say, this is why that person left. Oh, yeah, the body creates cellular malfunctions. The body will process differently according to your cells and how they are functioning. But it's not because of a disease. It tells you how well you're caring for your body, how well your cells are able to rejuvenate themselves. Is your environment able to cleanse itself? Are we able to move that excess fluid and excess sodium from around the cells where the cells live at? We got to learn some things to understand how to live a better life here and not become a victim. Not to become a victim to the medical system of disease mongering, of disease thoughts. Because why? We understand that we can take something from the old and bring it into the present that was given to us by none other than Reverend Ike. And I got to say, you got to love the man because he told you how to empower yourself, how to tune into yourself, how to understand yourself, how to align yourself with life. He called it thinkonomics. He said it's a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. He said thinkonomics. When you think about everything else and you think about how to apply your life to everything else and you're thinking about this and you're thinking about that, you got to do what? You got to think about yourself. Thinkonomics is a way of thinking that gives you the opportunity to learn the truth about yourself. You got to put yourself in everything that you're thinking about and that you're doing. And how you are lining up with it. And what is it doing for you? What is it doing for your soul? What is it doing for your being? What is it doing for your consciousness? Because you know the statement. We understand it. We say it every Wellness Wednesday here. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. If you're not getting what you want and you're out of alignment and your body is not acting right, you got to be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You may have to let go of some belief you have. You may have to let go of some understanding that you have. You may have to let go of that person telling you that you're not the doctor, that you don't know what's going on with your body. You didn't go to medical school, but that's your body. You have feelings and you know what's going on with it. Why? Because you know what you have been doing, what you are doing, what you are thinking. If you're not, then you better get some thinkonomics in there. Through positive self-awareness, the individual can change the conditions and circumstances in his or her own life. Because no matter who you're working with, no matter who you're talking to, it can always come back to you making that choice decision. And if you make that choice decision based on somebody else's understanding, it's going to trap you each and every time because it's not yours. And when you hold on to something, when you learn something, when you gain some new experience, you got to hold on to it for yourself. Somebody may try to shift you from that, saying this information is a little bit better, but it may not be what you need for you to keep you on your pathway. You got to understand that. We got to understand the laws of vibrational energy, all that love with the right perspective, getting yourself the right results. Because it's the power that brings your entire life together. Love, yeah, it is. You can break it into any category that you want. It's all about how you feel about something. That laws of vibrational energy, it heals, renews, restores, and empowers us all with divine energy and life. And then we all are love in action. No matter how it looks, we're still love in action. And sometimes people be doing some things, you're like, that can't be love in action. But we take those deep breaths and we have to let it work out to be love in action. Because you are the master of positive self-expression. And we are here to be givers and receivers of love that helps us move around and do the things we want to do. So when you're not in a love situation, you got to remove yourself. You got to get out of the way. You got to stop the static. You got to release the energy that's all bottled up and twisted up and can't flow correctly. So you sit back and you tune into yourself. You tune into yourself and you take those deep breaths and you honor who you are. Because it's not about having 1580 AM or Magic 102.3 FM or any radio station. It's about tuning into yourself. Even right here, each and every Wednesday, I tell you to tune into yourself while you're listening, while you're upgrading those skill sets. Sometimes you got to remove yourself. You got to get out of the way. You got to stop the static. You got to release your energy so you can tune into yourself. You got to challenge yourself, your greater self. You got to tune into Heaven 101, where that silence is. Just stop. Be still. The power is within. You got to take the time through the week. You got to take the time through the day, morning, noon, evening, and night. You just got to sit back and take the time, because sometimes you got to challenge yourself, your greater self, to tune into Heaven 101. Just stop and be still. Yeah, I said it. The power is within. You got to tune into yourself. You listen to rock, pop, jazz, and blues. We're going to listen to some of that today, too. You see, I know words and I know some lyrics, too. But have I listened to self, that inner wealth, that invisible soul of my soul that vibrates through whenever you're in a pondering state or wondering state? All that information comes up to you, that invisible soul of your soul. You got to thank the power to be, the power that you are. And when you get out of alignment, you just got to sit back and tune into yourself. You got so many people feeding information to you this way and that way, from this point, that perspective, from this avenue and that avenue. You got to learn how to be still, evaluate things, because you are always safe. You are always safe when you tune into yourself. Never any uncertainties. The frequencies are always clear. Oh yeah, we're talking about tuning into heaven. Heaven 101. That channel in control. You got to tune into yourself because your cells are always talking to you. They're always giving you off information. They're letting you know what's going on. You know, it's energy, frequency, and vibration. And we got to learn how to tune into that and accept that and acknowledge that. You are eternal, infinite, and whole. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You are eternal, infinite, and whole, and you will go on forever. From expressions to expressions, from experiences to experiences. You just got to sit back and tune into yourself. Understand this divine being that we are. And you got to thank. Oh, we got to thank the power that be, that gives us the power to know who we are, to tune into ourselves, to see ourselves, to evaluate ourselves, to know ourselves, to talk truth to power, truth to the power of self. Because when you want to feel the beat, do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do, and when you want to know the lyrics, you tune into the artist. You can be the artist. You can be the artist of your own beat, and you can tune into yourself, and you can listen to your own lyrics. What are you saying to yourself? What have you been saying to yourself? You are expressing it so you can see. You can sit back and you can be your own self-observer. You know how we say it. Self-love, self-care, self-respect. You got to honor thyself. You got to love thyself. You got to be tuned into yourself. So to receive the right vibes, stop tuning into other people and tune into yourself. Unless they're giving you some good information that you can process. So I tell you, family and community and friends, we're going to sit back today and we're going to tune into ourselves. We're going to take some deep, deep breaths. We're going to really, truly focus. For those of you that are joining me live today, I know you're sitting back because you know how we do it, and you're taking those deep breaths and you're processing and you're taking your notes down of the thoughts that come up in your mind so you can go back and you can revisit them and say what you haven't really gone through or really completed. And those that we listen to the rebroadcast show, you do the same thing when you listen to the show. You tune into yourself. I tell you, when you tune into yourself, when you want the truth, when you want to hear the truth, nobody gives it better than you. Your body, cells are speaking, they're talking to you. Tune into your conscious mind. Heaven 101. You got to tune into yourself and not others. Because sometimes that information is so good and you think that person is in your pathway to help you move forward, and they're really not. They're really not. They're hiding behind a mask. They're telling you one thing and they're praying for another thing for you. That's why you got to be careful who prays for you. People, pray for me. I say, pray for me. I say, pray for yourself. The strongest vibration that affects your life is your vibration. And we all can be in a prayerful state and pray for peace and pray for kindness to prevail and pray for love to prevail, to help that energy that already has that vibration. But the best prayer that you can pray is a prayer for yourself, complete understanding, to tune into yourself so you can alleviate any stresses in your life. The ultimate stress buster. We must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies. That's right. All those negative thoughts that you have in your mind, be it for a person, an event, an opportunity, or whatever it is, we must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies, to bless those who curse you, to do good to those who hate you. Oh, yeah. And if possible, to pray for those who persecute you and despitefully use you. You think it's of a good nature and you giving it your all in all, and then you get down the road and you find out that they made a U-turn on you. We must learn to be big enough to actually love our enemies. Let go of the mental attitude associated with stresses. That's what it's all about when we get into that low vibration. We get to worrying, that fear, the anger, the loss of temper. We holding on to grudges. We're resenting life for what has occurred. We cannot do that. We be aware. We have understanding and knowledge of it. So we must love ourselves enough to love our enemy if we are to have peace. Because really in the essence of life, family, community, and friends, if you see an enemy outside, there's an enemy somewhere within. And you have to look and find out where that enemy is and with you. So you can correct that you see without. If we will truly make an effort to do this, it will help establish peace and harmony in our life the way we have never ever seen before or felt before. The laws of health are the laws of peace. I tell you, the laws of health are the laws of peace, because I don't care what's going on anywhere. When you are feeling good, when you feel great, everything around you brightens up like a sunshiny day. To have a truly healthy body, you must learn to live in peace. And what does peace mean to you? Let peace be unto all of you. What is your peace? What is your divine understanding? What are you saying to yourself? Take a deep, deep breath. And sit back and take a moment of silence and feel the vibration of your own body as you're breathing. Silence is golden. When you sit back and you take your deep breaths, and you got to take a moment.
Is it time for a new approach to your health care? Are you ready to leave the dark ages of disease care management and pharmaceuticals? If your answer is yes, get ready to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care prescription plan with Dr. K. She is a certified anthologist and Nest healthcare provider, sharing the new science of information as medicine and cellular ecology. Did you know that the field of epigenetics states that you are more than just your genes, and those genes do not control your biology? Yes, that's correct. Schedule a Skype, phone, or office visit with Dr. K and get on board the friendship train to healthcare freedom. 202-248-7749. That's 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, forselllife.com. The number 4, the words sell, CELLLIFE.com. Are you at your wit's end because there seems to be no solution to your healthcare problem? Is it okay for me to say to you that you can have peace of mind? Take back control of your health. Are you experiencing anxiety, arthritis, diabetes, cancer, fibromyalgia, high blood pressure, lupus, chronic fatigue syndrome, any fictitious disease? Whatever your symptoms or diagnoses are, there is a conscious solution to transform the cause of your pain. Not treat symptoms or mask it. No prescription medication, no over-the-counter drugs, no organs removed are required. Take back control of your health by the renewing of your mind. You can create wellness today. Contact Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit us on the web, www.cellife.com. Do you feel lost? Do you feel out of sync? Could it be that you are experiencing electromagnetic sensitivity? Yes, electromagnetic sensitivity. Could man-made frequencies interfere with cellular activity and melatonin production? We are beings of frequency, light, and information, and you are your own experience. Do not conform any longer to the patterns of man-made mindset of human consciousness. Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Schedule your Nest Provision Human Body Field Scan with Dr. K, 202-248-7749. Visit the website forcelllife.com, the number 4, CELLLIFE.com. Have the courage to expand your horizon and reprogram your cellular activities. Call Dr. K for your 15-minute wellness consultation, 202-248-7749.
Vibration. With ascension, you rise.
Put your hands together.
Rise, baby, rise. Stay in that conscious state of being. Give your power to nobody. I remind you every Wednesday. There's not a war going on against you. There's information for you. Get nobody no power in your life. Nothing what's going on. Take you off track. Stay on track.
He's attacking every day, but I'm watching while I pray. No matter the attack, I won't turn back. 'Cause this means war.
Look like it's not working out, but it is, man. It's working out just fine.
This means war.
Gotta have that faith.
This means war.
Don't let nobody turn you around.
Put them together. I got joy in my soul.
Yes.
God is in control. I got Satan on my trail, but I'm
Yes.
singing all is well. He's
Yes.
attacking every day, but I'm watching while I pray.
That's
No
right.
matter the attack,
Raise your vibration.
this means war.
That's a good war. With ascension, you rise.
This means war.
Got the information and you know what to do with it.
This means war.
Don't give it no power over your life.
This means war.
Yeah.
I bleed the blood. I bleed the blood. There's power in the blood. Healing in the blood. I bleed the blood. Power in the blood. I bleed the blood.
Yes, it is.
In the storm and the rain, but the blood still stays the same. Whatever's going wrong, my war clothes are on. I might be in a daze, but you can't have my praise. No matter the attack, I won't turn back. 'Cause this means war.
Let nobody steal your joy.
This means war.
Don't tell them what you can't do.
This means war.
You are in control of your life.
This means war.
I tell you, you are. You truly are.
I bleed the blood. I bleed the blood. There's power in the blood. I bleed the blood. Healing in the blood. I bleed the blood. Power in the blood. I bleed the blood. You can't have my family.
That's right.
You
You can't let nothing turn you around, family. You can't let the news of today that ain't in vibration with peace, love, and harmony take you off course. And when it do, you gotta rise. You gotta rise with ascension. You gotta honor yourself. You gotta trust in yourself. There's no greater self but the self that you are creating for yourself. Yes, you do it with understanding. Woo! You do it with a knowingness. Feel that beat like you feel it now. Yeah, talking about that active prayer. That active prayer, you know what we talking about. Feel it now. What Reverend Ike say? Millions get the blessing. 8. Yeah. Get in that groove. Get into that feeling of harmony and peace and love. Frequency and vibration. Tuning into yourself. Woo! How you feel, fam? Did you get a little move on? Did you get a little groove on? Did you get a little groove with that? Did it wake you up like it woke me up? Because I'm in this total relaxing state today. I didn't even think I was going to be able to talk as much as I did. My body is so relaxed. I'm so relaxing. It's in such a healing state, and I'm thankful and I'm blessed that everything that I've been doing is working. And when I come to these days when the body says, be still, Karen, be still, Khadijah, just sit back. Process what you've gone through, what you're going through, what your plans are, how they come in and how they unfolded. You got to step back and you got to do that. And you got to acknowledge. And when we have these earth days, these birthdays, and we get another year on our life, and we add another year on our life, and we're beyond 40 now, and we're beyond 50 now, and we're beyond 60 now, and we're beyond 70 now. Oh yes, we reached the 80s. We in the 90s. She said she was 101. He said he was 102. And they looking mighty good, and they feeling good, and they sharing goodness with you. Because they tried to tell you like Baba Tim Monroe told you. He said growing old does not make you sick. Stop thinking that you're going to be sick and you're going to get sick. We're going to have cellular malfunctions, people. We're going to have them. Growing old does not make you sick. It's growing sick that makes us old. It's how you think about your cellular malfunctions when something comes up. And something goes, oh, I got it because, I'm getting old. And that's what happened. The cells do what they do. The cells are dying off every day. New cells are coming in. Cells of organs change and reproduce themselves all the time. Go out there and go to Google and type in and say, how often does the blood rejuvenate itself? How often does the cells of the liver rejuvenate themselves? How often does the cells of the pancreas rejuvenate themselves? Medical system wants you to think that you're working with the same old cells and there's no changes in the cells. And we got to cut the organs out. And we got to do that. And we got to drug them all up in family, community. We're here to tell you that you don't have to do all of that. You can just sit back and relax and take the opportunity to learn your body, to understand what you are doing. No two people are alike. Cells process the same, but no two people are alike. Thought processes changes the way things get done. Reprogram things according to how you're thinking, what you're doing, what you're believing in. Yes, they say genes, you can inherit these genes and that genes, but they don't express themselves unless you express it that way. Somebody put that thought in your head, your mama had diabetes and that's why you got it, or you're going to get it, or your sister got diabetes and now you're going to get it. Don't think they don't know what's going on in those medical records. Don't think they don't know who's tied in together so they can put that thought in your head. Nothing to them is sacred. They're going to find any way they can to get you trapped up to start believing, to turn against yourself, making you think your organs turn against you, your systems turn against you, autoimmune disease, something is turning against you. It may appear to be happening that way, but when you shift your energy and you shift your vibration and you shift your concentration and you expand your knowledge, you'll know better. you'll understand better, and you'll do better. Because you are the master of your thought and mind. He said, tell your mind what to think, tell your feelings what to feel, tell your body how to react. Master your mind and master your feelings and master your thoughts, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes, and yes. Karen, Khadijah, Abdul, Malik, Davis-Foulks is going to tell you that each and every Wednesday that she speak to you. She's going to tell you that you got to be your own master of your own mind, of your own feelings, of your own thoughts. Don't give that power to nobody else. You are regulated and controlling this holographic image. What you do, how you act, and how you think. And we got to own that, and we got to honor that. When your perspective is not clear, your behavior becomes inconsistent when you want to believe what that person said, when you want to sprinkle in what that information is. And you got to sit back and make it your own so you can tune into yourself, so you'll know what you're doing. And you can listen to your body. Your body is you, and your body is talking to you. I'm going to tell you again, your body will never lie to you. Karen, you're doing a great job. You're moving forward. You're putting in all the right things. You're taking out all the wrong things, and you're moving into the right direction. And it starts with a state of consciousness. And once you have that state of consciousness, then everything you do will vibrate right there in that frequency. Your body will never lie to you, but your mind will sometimes. And that's why you got to reach that higher state of consciousness, stepping up to quantum health and healing, becoming your own wellness doctor, and understand what's happening with your body, and let go of the fear of all these names. It's time to relearn, rethink, and rewrite your personal health care plan. Your plan. Are you taking drugs? Have you been told you had this? Are you concerned that it runs in your family and that you may get it? So you're doing everything to prevent yourself from getting it. But because you have that thought, you've already given it to yourself. And then when you go to that medical system for their testing, when you go to them for their testing, they'll take that test and they will put you right in that flow of disease thoughts and saying you're close to having this, but you don't have it right now. You better watch out and you better do this. That's information to empower you. That's information to empower you. But what they do is they put their own thought process in it to throw you off. And you heard my commercials. And that's why I say, come dance with me. Come have the Nest Wellness Test. Let's look at your body energetically. I'm not going to talk to you first. I'm going to give you the printout. And you're going to look at it. And you're going to read it. And you're going to understand what's going on with your physical body. You're going to understand what's happening to the energetic body. You're going to look at your conscious thinking, your thought process. Oh, yeah, there's frequencies and vibrations around that. We can get a hold of those thoughts and what you've been thinking and see how you've been processing so you can take a look at it. So it's good when somebody run those tests and give them to you first and let you look at them and let you process them instead of putting a thought in your mind, leading you one way or leading you that way. Be it good, be it bad, or be it indifferent. I'm going to let you have the test. I'm going to let you review and evaluate it for yourself. And then if you want to work with me, you can call me and work with me. You want to take it to somebody else, you can take it to somebody else. But you have that database. You'll be able to go look at that scan until you process yourself from that point, from that perspective. So you want to have a Nest scan if you never had one before. You want to read the energetic body. And yes, I can work with you around the world no matter where you are. Just buy a device and everything is all up in the cloud and you get to see yourself. You get to see what you have been doing and what your body is trying to say to you right now. And if you start that process of changing some thought patterns, changing some processing, it's not all about the food sometimes. You know, it's all about how you're thinking and then what you're feeling and the vibrations you're putting in your body. Because I'm going to tell you something about those feelings and those thoughts, how they shift and change things. You can be eating the best foods and doing the right things, but if your thoughts are not correct, you're not processing things in a harmonious and loving state, it'll throw everything off. That's why you can't get your power when people do things so you can get so damn mad and so angry at people because they messed up, because they're doing something, because they didn't do that. You're only affecting yourself first. And you don't want to give that much power to people. You can't let them have that kind of power over your life. when you get into that state, you got to sit back, stop, take a deep, 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 deep breath, refocus yourself, rethink about things. So on this show, I'm helping you do one thing. If you haven't already done it, you got to step up out of the dark ages of disease care. Yeah, you got to step up out of the dark ages of disease care. And we want you to feel good, and we want you to feel better. So I want you to go to my website, consciousselfcare.com, ConsciousSelfcare.com. Click on that link that says Feel Good, Feel Better Infoceuticals. I don't need to scan you to offer you these infoceuticals. In this day and time and what's going on, you have to help your body feel a little better. Because sometimes you want to do it from top down, in and out, but just sometimes you may have to energize your body with something good to make your cells feel good. And then that thought process will start to shift and you will feel good. So you get a balance that way. So let's feel good, America. Let's feel good, Black America. Let's begin to feel good, to honor one another, to love each other in peace and harmony. That's the kind of love we're talking about. The love that balances out the laws of vibrational energy in each and every one of us and make us feel good. We only want to help each other reach that level. Feel good, because when you feel good, you think good and you do better, and wonderful things begin to happen in your life. So I want you to feel good and I want you to feel better. So I have a special package for you. It's called the Love Protocol, and I want you to go out there. It's 5 infoceuticals, and I give 2 ESRs, emotional stress release, because that's a really powerful infoceutical. But I don't have calls that came in and say, well, it's this particular day and it's the Love Protocol and I want to give it to somebody. Can you switch one of those ESR out for a female or male infoceutical? Yes, I can do that. So if you're giving it to your wife or you're giving it to your friend that's a female, we'll switch one of those out and put the female one in there. If you're a female and you're giving it to a male, we'll switch one of the ESRs out and give you the male infoceutical. But it's a good way to just reboot your emotional side of things, to calm things down, to put things on an even level. I'm telling you, everything is emotions, and we get all caught up in our emotions, and they will shift everything in your life, what's going on. And you'll be thinking that it's something major with the organ or with the system. It is just your emotions of how you feel and how they just got out of whack. We want you to take charge of your emotions. We want you to feel good, and we want you to feel better. That's why I want you to go out there and get those feel-good infoceuticals. Get that particular protocol package this year. You don't need a scan. Just go out to my website, click on that particular tab, order the infoceuticals that you need, that you want, that 5 set right there. Switch one out for male or female. Give yourself a treat. On this day that they're coming up with, is called Valentine's Love Day, opportunity to love yourself a little bit. Give yourself some rest. Give yourself some relaxation. Rejuvenate your cells in a different kind of way. Honor it. Let that frequency and let that vibration, let your cells tune into the right frequency, to the right vibration. I'm telling you, it will raise your own vibration within yourself. Energetic alignment. In order to manifest health and, in fact, anything, including money, career, relationships, energetic alignment is needed between the body, the psychic, and the heart soul. This is the healing state. How do you truly heal? Is when you're in alignment in those areas. They call it the flow state. We talked about it last week. Did you think about it this week? Did you think about your body? Did you think about your psychic? The mind, emotions, what you're thinking, how you're feeling, that heart and that soul vibration. What did you say to yourself this week when you sat back and took those deep, deep breaths? Did you really tune into yourself? Did you have that talk to yourself to get into that healing state? Oh, I'm in the healing state. I'm in the healing state. I'm in the thankful state. I'm in the blissful state. I'm feeling good with the state that I am in. And you should too. Take your time. Honor yourself. Love yourself. And hold on to the fact that you can emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery starting today.
This is the year 2020. It's the 10th anniversary of Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day, which we celebrate every April 30th. April 30th is a day that you can feel good, that you can actually come up to somebody and just talk to them and say, how you caring for yourself? Have you heard about this day? Emancipate Yourself from Medical Mental Slavery Day. If you want to give your body and your cells a real opportunity, you got to think about those pharmaceuticals that you're putting into your body. You got to think about what you believe in. But I was told by somebody, if I believe it's going to work, then it's going to work. And you know what I said? You're right about that. It's going to work up until a point until they shut you down. Because that's what it's designed to do. You got a conflict going on right there. And you want to address that conflict. And how do you address that conflict? You know the value of that pharmaceutical. Ain't nothing you can do with it. You got to let it go to give your body a chance to allow your cells to rejuvenate 100% and heal themselves to the max so you can move on. And take those deep, 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 deep breaths and honor yourself. And so, yes, I was told by the universe to make April Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month. It's an opportunity for you to step back and honor yourself. It's a way of talking to people saying, how about looking at things a little bit different? You've been doing it this way for so long and you haven't really gotten any better. But, there's this month, you honor all those other holidays and all those other days. Why not honor April as Conscious Self-Health Care and Lymphatic Cellular Wellness Month? And April 30th, you get to honor yourself. We give out several awards, several honors to honor the people that are doing that, to be bold enough, brave enough to take the stand to do that. We got children doing it now, telling their parents they're tired of all the drugs and all the surgery, and they're reading, they're listening, they're tuned in. The frequencies are coming to them, and they want to make better choices. And that's all we're saying, that you can do that. You can make better choices. You don't have to go down that road. Because like we said, growing old don't make you sick. It's being sick that makes you grow old. And you got to thank Baba Tomorrow's energy for that. We want to thank him as an ancestor, that he's guiding us now, that he's putting that strength out into the universe. That we have more support in that area right now because of the passion and the love that he had for people, that he put into the Common Sense Herbs product, who he is. That energy vibrates just as strong as the other energies vibrate. The same way Bob Marley came to me and said, create that day. Emancipate yourself from medical mental slavery day. We told him about the mental, but we forgot to tell him about the physical body. You got to not put those drugs in your body. Things that's going to break your cells down from rejuvenating and helping your body heal. There's a plant. There's something in nature that can help you no matter what the situation is. But I often tell people there's nothing greater than the thought process. The states of consciousness, what you're thinking. I don't care what I'm going through, where it is, what area, what's going on. I will stop and bring myself back to that understanding quick. So quick. Sometimes I say to myself, woo, you didn't stay over there long. You brought yourself back real quick. And yeah, we all go through that. We all sometimes go through a state. But we got to know how we have to heal from that state and what we need to do and how we need to tune into ourselves. So I want you to get ready. I want you to help me to spread the word that people can tune into themselves. You can step up out of the dark ages of disease care, that you can become your own wellness doctor with that self-love, self-care, self-respect, self-worth, with self-assurance. You can do this. Yes, you can. And there are tests out there to help you follow along with what you're doing. And I have the best test out there for you, energetically and physically. With that max pulse system, we can see everything that's going on with the autonomic nervous system. We can see if the arteries are clogged up. You can understand your stress level. You can see where the vibrations are, the frequencies are weak, and the areas all over your body, and you can learn how to raise that. I love the tests that I have, that I offer people, because it's what they use to put fear in you, to turn you down a road of destruction. We know the body not going to be here forever. We know that we don't have to sit here and worry about it, be concerned about it, and be taking all your drugs and preparing to take drugs and come with that old daggone tired statement, I'm getting old, and so therefore I'm going to go through these things. No, you are not. And no, you do not have to. And no matter where you are, no matter what you've been going through, I'm here to tell you right now that you can shift your own vibration and you can change it. Don't let them tell you that you've been on this medication and you can't get off of it. The body adjusts so quickly. Yeah, it might gotta shake off some debris. You might feel a certain way for a minute, but it won't last. It won't last for long because your mind is good, your conscience is good, what you're feeding yourself is good, your whole vibration is good, so your shifts will happen just like that. It'll be a miracle. But you can't be afraid. You can't have fear. Get started. Get to a bump in the road. Then you run back and take the drugs again, and you got to start all over again. It takes too long to move the medication out of the body. You got to stick to your plan. You got to understand. And you got to move forward with knowing this and know for yourself. The information is there. They're giving it to us. They really want you to take care of yourself. They want you to be in control. They're shifting everything so that can happen. And we have to get ready for it, people. We have to be ready to make the proper changes for ourselves so we can be here like we want to be here, move around like we want to move around, do the things we want to do from the passion that we have for ourselves. And it starts with that self-respect and that self-love. And that's why I wanted you to tune into yourself. Heaven 101. Just sit back and be still. And take those deep, deep breaths and know who you are. And join us this year and spread the word. We'll be right here live on Inner Light Radio, April 30th, with our panel radio show. It's coming together. It's going to be a nice one this year. It's going to be able to help you set back for those 2 hours and tune into yourself. And if you got that wellness story to share with us on that day, you need to go ahead and send it to me. Go to that group, Wellness Stories 2020 on Facebook. Send me a message through my website, or you can email me, ddavisfolks@gmail.com. You can keep on trying to call. Because one day, whoever's monitoring my phone calls and whoever's stopping the calls from coming in, they will stop because they're going to get through. We're going to have so many numbers for you to call to get through, so they can block all these numbers I'm getting ready to put out. They're good. It won't just be one number no more. That feel good, feel better, that book to help you with the pharmaceuticals, to feel good, to feel better, that's the first step. Then we work on whatever conditions that you think you may have. Let's just start feeling good. That book is getting ready to come out. Some other things are getting ready to come out. Like I said, my phones and emails and things have been tied up, but they're going to open up. There's going to be so many ways, even a paid way, that I'm paying somebody to take phone calls, to take emails. You're going to reach me this year. You're going to get through. No, I haven't been ignoring you. I just never received the information. Somebody else did. Made the phone just not ring and things like that. But it's all good. It's all beautiful. It just gave me time to get things more in alignment so I can better assist people. Some things that people had to go through, some things they had to try to see how it works out. But nobody is nobody else. Remember, nobody vibrates like you. Nobody thinks like you. If you want to find the secrets of the universe, think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration. And that's what I have for you. I have those things for you to help you tune into yourself to be the best that you can be. The only instrument, and I'll say it to you again this week, the only instrument, test or evaluation you need to determine your state of well-being or your state of health is your own state of consciousness. Don't give your power away no more. Control your states of consciousness. You are the only conscious self-healthcare educator for yourself, no matter what anybody else says to you. I'm going to tell you one more time, family, as we get ready to close out this show today. You do not need a drug to live. You do not need a drug to heal. You don't even need a drug to die. The body's intelligence knows how to live, heal, and transition out of the human form of manifestation. Yes, family, it's time to emancipate yourself from mental slavery today. And drink your water. I said drink your water. No matter how you're feeling. When you're feeling low, when you're feeling down, when you're feeling depressed, when you're feeling sad, when you're feeling joy, when you're feeling happiness, you got to drink water. Water is the true mechanism of life. It changes everything. Water is not just liquid drink.
It is the pump for the cells, just like the breath. It's a pump for the lymphatic system, that purification system. I'm telling you something, family. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Get into divine flow in the spirit of true divine guidance and know the field around each cell. The field is the sole governing agent of the particle. That means something. It has meaning to it, and it has meaning for you. And it's time for you to raise your vibration and raise your thinking and raise your thoughts and step up out of disease care thinking. Emancipate yourself from that. Understand what your cellular malfunctions are, because you got to talk to yourself and ask yourself, what am I not doing? What am I not giving myself? Does it involve a supplement? Does it involve a herb? Does it involve changing the way I sleep, I drink, I eat, who I'm around? You got to be able to talk to yourself and see what's going on. See your own picture. Mental observation view is essential for success. Conscious self-healthcare moves. It's time to make them in this day and time right now with what's going on in the world. And we must connect. We must become one. And we must share the good news with that hashtag. Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. That's going to unite us around the world. Black People's Comedic Boycott Ham. Share the good news. Share the strategies. It's going to help us make a better society for ourselves, for our community. We're talking about neighborhoods again. We're talking about supporting one another again. But it starts with a healthy state of mind, a healthy consciousness. So no matter how you're feeling, family, shift consciousness about it. Put it into a healthful state. And I promise you, it will trickle down to your body. It will trickle down to the cells of every organ. That ATP production, adenosine triphosphate, in every cell, that power pump will turn on. And unite and ignite that spark and give you the joy that you need. So through the week, family, take your breaths, tune into yourself, visit my website, give me a call, tell me you got a story. You got a story of an adult, you got a story of a child, you got a story of a senior. Learn the awards that we give out, who we can honor, how we can honor, and just sharing the stories. Stories are so powerful. You never know who they're going to help. Be a part of the groups. Look me up, Karen Davis-Foulks, Foulks. You might see Khadijah. Yes, I'm Khadijah Abdul-Malik. Any one of those names, that's me. You'll see the picture. And if they're talking about cell life, you know it's me. We're talking about raising that vibration and honoring yourself and loving yourself and taking those deep breaths through the week and making yourself feel good and feel better. And get ready to get those feel-good infosuticals in that book that's coming out. And thank you for tuning in. See you next week. Taking those deep, 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 deep breaths. Thank you, family. Thank you, thank you, thank you! Wow, family, that was a great show. I want to thank you so very much for tuning in to the Conscious Self-Health Care Conversation Radio Show right here on NLI Radio. It was a pleasure having you tuning in. Now, you must tell a friend to tune in. And if you haven't called in and shared your wellness story, don't you think it's time that you help somebody with your wellness story? Call in, share your story, join the conversation. I'm Karen Khadijah Davis-Foulks, and I invite you to visit my website, consciousselfcare.com. Or you can just go to the number 4, the word CELLLIFE.com. Leave me some information. I would love to talk with you. And once again, I look forward to you joining us next Wednesday right here on the Conscious Self-Health Care Radio Show. It's a conversation where we uplift each other, where we share our wellness stories so we can help someone move from disease care to conscious self-health care. Thank you for tuning in. I look forward to hearing from you next Wednesday.
Stop treating, stop treating, stop treating, stop treating. Wake up, yeah, wake up, yeah, wake up, yeah, wake up, yeah, yeah, yeah. Ah, it don't matter, yeah, yeah. What race, creed, or color, everybody, we need each other. Wake up, everybody.
Hi, Dr. Mark Lynch, VIP Chiropractic. This time of the year, springtime, a lot of my patients are having allergies and sinus congestion. So I've done this only probably 1,000 times in the office, and I said, you know what, why don't I make a little video, then people can watch the video. So I'm going to do a very quick crash course on how to do lymphatic drainage of the sinuses and of the throat. It's relatively pretty easy. And this has helped so many moms with their children who have sore throats so they can go to school the next day, but also people right now with the allergies. So Wendy, if you want to zoom in on the poster, and the whole lymphatic drainage of the whole face breaks down into 3 different zones. There's the top zone, which is your forehead zone that goes to the front of the TMJ. Then there's the cheek zone. Then there's the jaw zone. They all drain to the front of the TMJ, then they go down the neck, and they go into these 2 little spots, respectively, on the right side and on the left side. Also, sometimes the sinuses, so you've got your frontal sinuses right here, you've got your ethmoid and maxillary sinuses right in here, but sometimes the fluids don't even drain to the front of the jaw, they actually go to the ear, crazy as it sounds. So there's also lymph nodes at the top of the ear, front of the ear, back of the ear, and right down at the base of the skull. It's not crazy as enough the sinuses can drain all the way back to here, which is nowhereville, it's stuck, and now that's part of your headaches at the back of your head versus the headaches at the front of the head where your sinuses are. So basically what you always do in the beginning is just tap, tap, tap on these 2 right and left spots, and that truly is the lymphatic drainage of the whole body on the right side. Eventually goes right to here. So even when we're tapping here, we're helping drain the big toe, which crazy as it sounds. Then a spot right here on the left side helps drain the whole left side of the body. So when you're doing the sinus decongestion, the sinus drainage for this allergy symptoms, you always start right here. You just tap, 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 tap. Then you rub down the side of the neck, and I'll demonstrate on myself in a second, but behind your big SCM muscle with 7 lymph nodes in your neck. This, and you just slide down, you get some oil or cream on your hands so you don't rub your skin raw, you just slide down the neck. And you always got to start down here first, because if you're trying to get this to move and this is all congested, this can't drain because there's a traffic jam right here. So you always start at the bottom, work your way up. So from here, then you're at the very front of the TMJ, the jaw, and you just push that fluid from the jaw over to the side of the neck and then down the neck, tap, tap, tap. Then you can get into more specific work of helping the frontal sinuses drain, and that's just going to be gently caressing the skin from your forehead down into the front of the TMJ, doing that multiple times, and then you get right in that little corner where the inner medial eye socket is. A lot of fluid gets stuck in that area and forget how do we get out of this cul-de-sac? Well, you come this way, and you got to demonstrate it, you got to show it to the patient. So you just rub over the top of the eyelid, and you rub over the top of the eye socket, again, bringing it to the TMJ. Then you're underneath, and you're rubbing under the bottom of the eyelid and the cheek zone, and you're rubbing it to the TMJ. And then you could also be down on the jawbone itself, rubbing it up to the TMJ. And now we're doing the true drainage since we opened everything up. Now you rub from the TMJ into the side of the neck, down the side of the neck, tap, tap, tap. So how does that look in real life? Well, right here is your clavicle bone. You want to be just behind the clavicle bone, right in this hollow of the side of your neck, right there. And you're just tapping. That's all, you're just tapping. Now back to what I mentioned earlier with sore throats. A lot of times, just doing this tapping helps get all the used white blood cells out of the area, so fresh white blood cells for your lymphatic system can come in and fight the invader. This is a beautiful thing. I haven't had a sore throat in 10 years because whenever I do feel it coming on, I'm like, oh no, I won't be able to go to work tomorrow, I'll be sick. No, just do this, and now you see me rubbing down the side of my neck. And so I've never had to not miss work because of a sore throat, because I helped my body be strong, and I help my immune system really get to the area that needs some support. And this has helped a lot of young mothers when the kids come home from school. I don't feel good. And you just do this on them, and you will feel a difference. If this is really puffy, it will be down and reduced in size in 5 minutes. It works that fast. So you may want to do it more than once or twice. Could be a little more stringent. So if I remember on a long trip driving somewhere, you'll see me doing this because I got the time. But also if I'm going to catch a plane and I'm in an airport with a lot of new people and new bacteria, I'll constantly do this. And I won't even have any symptoms, but my lymph nodes will be swollen because my body's already being exposed and trying to process information of new antigens in the air. And this really works well. So there's your side of the neck. Right here's that TMJ. So I'm just going to rub. I'm just helping. Because a lot of times the lymph that gets stuck right here, it forgets to jump over and come down the side of the neck. So that's it. You just do that right there, right there, right there. The forehead, here's your forehead, and you're just massaging it down, helping move those congested lymph nodes, move that fluid to the TMJ. Here is the upper eyelid, so I'm in the upper part of the eye socket, and then I'm gently with the eye closed, obviously, just massaging that swollen eyelid over to the TMJ area. A lot of fluid gets stuck in here, so you just gotta go, come on, this is the way you're supposed to go, this way, this way, this way. And then I'm massaging it this way. There's my bottom of my eye socket. There's my eyelid. And I'm helping move it to the TMJ. Again, TMJ to the side of the neck. Very gentle. Down, 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 down. Tap, 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 tap. Here's the cheek structure to the TMJ. Here's my lower jaw. Bringing it to the TMJ. TMJ and over. Down, 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 down. I didn't talk about it earlier, but you could actually be under the mouth. There's your sublingual and submandibular lymph nodes. And I'm on the side of my throat, pushing it toward the SEM group. Drain, 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 drain. Tap, 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 tap. The ear lymph nodes I was talking about, there's ones at the top, the front, the back, and the suboccipital. Very easy. Just massage around the ear. And that one, you just goes right down to the SEM. Tap, tap, tap. Also, your suboccipital lymph nodes, again, I'm just bringing them to the sides. And you'll feel it. Sometimes there'll be a nodule or like a little baby pea. And you're just helping put it swollen. Bring it to the side, down the side, tap, 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 tap. Something else that helps with sinus decongestion is just doing a counter rotation like this. A lot of times this nasal frontal bone junction really gets jammed up. So I'm just going back and forth, and you can do it as strong as you want. I'm kind of demonstrating a little more visually so you see the direction of force on the camera. But that really does open up this area, which gets very congested. And the other thing you could also do is just tractioning the nose bone, trying to unjam the nose bone. So I'm pulling down on the nose and I'm lifting up on the forehead. And that really helps open up that sinus congestion area. So there's some quick tips. And I really have to give a thanks to Dr. Violini, who was my chiropractic instructor at clinic back in 1986 and 87. Who demonstrated that, and he was an old Italian chiropractor from Brooklyn, and boy, he was a great guy. So hopefully that's helpful for all my sinus sufferers and sore throat sufferers, and there you go. Have a good day.